Sign up for free Stratfor Intelligence. Simply enter your email address to receive 2 free reports each week.
The Japanese parliament has approved a new budget for fiscal year 2011. Japan's fiscal woes have worsened considerably because of the recent earthquake and tsunami and the ensuing nuclear crisis, which hasn't yet played out. Well, it's a well-known fact that Japan's fiscal condition is much worse than any other developed country. Their gross debt nationally is over 200% of their gross domestic product. And even if you take their net debt, it's the highest in the developed world, and it's over 100%. So the Japanese have a debt crisis due to overspending and falling revenues that really has expanded since their 1990 economic crash. Now, in 2010, they devised a plan to consolidate their finances and try to get things back in shape after the global recession had really dealt a blow and caused the need for more stimulus packages that worsened that debt. The problem is the earthquake and tsunami in the Tohoku region has created the need for immediate spending to cover reconstruction costs, recovery, and to try to handle also the nuclear crisis. What this means is that when you start piling the extra stimulus packages on top of each other to recover from this crisis, government finances are going to get even worse. Before the earthquake, the political battle circled around the budget and the question of how to raise the consumption tax or do other things in order to start to address the shortfall in finances. However, the earthquake has totally reconfigured that political battle. Now the focus is on how Reconstruction is going to be administered, and the parties are bickering over who will be in control in Reconstruction and what kind of concessions the opposition parties can get out of the ruling party in order to have their cooperation so that the Reconstruction and recovery process aren't deemed to have been bungled by the government. The major question mark, of course, is the nuclear crisis, which is impacting soil around the plant and has already caused different countries to nix imports of Japanese food from these prefectures, as well as the fact that tap water in Tokyo and other areas have experienced radiation that is above normal levels. It's not clear yet how bad these radiation levels are going to be, but what is clear is that the political ramifications, especially in Japan, where people are very sensitive, even before this, to nuclear problems, it's going to be bad, and it may involve the public stepping forward and demanding much deeper changes than the topical bureaucratic and company shuffling that's inevitable. The reason this matters is because it cuts to the heart of the problem with Japan over the past 20 years, which has not only been economic stagnation and these rising debt levels, but political indecisiveness and nonstop political wrangling. The question is, will the crisis create the circumstances for a strong leadership and to take power and to reform the government institutions in such a way that rather than having lots of different bureaucratic interests colliding with each other, there's a strong central one with a good public mandate that can then achieve the reconstruction process more efficiently. It's certainly not something that you would expect to develop quickly, and in the near term we can definitely expect more political uncertainty and more political bickering. But it's important to remember that with the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923, immediately after Japan elected their first unity government. So there is the potential here for Japan to change the way that it makes decisions, and that would have global ramifications.